Hey everybody, welcome back. In the first episode, we initialized a Docker Swarm container. In the second episode, we started a Vault Warden or a Bitwarden server. In this episode, what we're going to do is to install a DNS server. For that, I'm going to just choose PiHole. You could use any DNS server you want. So in the next episode, what we'll do is we'll finish the entire process. We'll set up a reverse proxy so that we can eliminate the port altogether, and we could really just refer to each service through a subdomain. Let's go ahead and fire up and Vim and create our Pihole Yaml. I've already done this, so I'm going to copy paste and we're going to cover YAML file just a little bit. I don't want to confuse you guys. I'm going to leave this down in the comments in case you want it. The biggest thing is we're adding a deploy section. You can go read the documentation on all of the different deploys for a service, but basically I'm going to limit this to just one replica, and I actually am going to lock this to our manager. So it's going to have that .178 ending, and I'm doing that on purpose. And then of course the standard ports for DNS, and then obviously here it says you can, if you're using DHCP, which we're not, time zone, WEBPASSWORD, and then some volumes. I'm actually going to get rid of these volumes because I don't want to persist this. And I think that's pretty much it. This WEBPASSWORD, in a later video, we're actually going to take a look at setting up Docker secrets. For now, I'm actually just going to leave it as this giant string. Let's go ahead and write and quit out of that, and then do our Docker stack deploy, give it our YAML file, and we'll call this sheet Pihole. Okay, so let's just confirm that that's now running. Great. And then I think this takes just a little bit of time to come up. So let's just take a look, and it's still starting right now. But basically what we're going to do now is let's shift over to our virtual machine. Okay. I've already done this before I started this recording just to make this easier. But basically all I've done is I've configured this Ubuntu virtual machine to use the Pihole as the DNS server. So, and again, I constrained it to the manager, and I did that on purpose just because I wanted to refer to the IP address for my DNS server. So let's go just look at that so you can see that. Now that we have that set up, let's go to the Pihole's web administration interface and set up the DNS to actually point to our Docker manager. So we'll do 178/admin, and then the string was here. Okay, so we have our Pihole running. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a local DNS and a DNS record. And for this purposes, we're going to call ours vaultwarden.selfhostedtv.com. And we're going to give it the IP address of our manager, and we're going to add that. Okay, so now we have vaultwarden.selfhostedtv.com pointing to our manager. Okay, so http vaultwarden.selfhostedtv.com port 8000. And okay, perfect. Now, so we set up Pihole as our DNS server. We've configured our Ubuntu virtual machine to point to that DNS server, and now we're able to reference the domain name rather than the IP address. That's great. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.